Don't miss out on sales and leads. Do you have a hard time being everywhere and answering all those messages? I know I do. I've got other things to do, like work in my greatness, which is the training and speaking part. But I don't want to miss out on opportunities, and I don't want to let my fans and my network down. So what is a woman to do? What is a business owner to do? Hey guys, welcome to Bite-Sized Tips for Busy Entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Fain Brandt with a LinkedIn Bakery, and I have special guest Chrys Tan of Chrys Media and host of Hack Your Online Business podcast. She helps online businesses get sales and maximize customer retention using messenger marketing. Messenger marketing is a great tool to help you not have to be everywhere and answer everyone's questions. Hey guys, if you know someone who could benefit from seeing this show, just hit that share button right below. That one right there. Hit the share button out and spread this out to your network, because my goal with this bite-sized tip show is to educate and entertain. So we want to help you guys be the best that you can be in your business and get back some time so you can spend time with your family, friends, at the beach with a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. And lastly, I want to know where you're watching from. Why? Because I've built a global audience and I love to see where everyone is watching from. Now, I'm in sunny San Diego, a little cloudy today, a little humid, but overall, we pay that blue sky fever tax for the nice weather here. Let me go ahead and bring our guest on. Chrys, you're on. Say hello.
Blue sky tax? What is that thing? I've never heard of it.
Okay,
blue sky
because
tax. What
it's
is it?
so expensive to live in San Diego that we joke that we pay blue sky tax. So we pay extra high taxes to have perfect weather. That is literally a San Diego joke.
Wow. Well, guys, hello. I'm super excited to be here. I have been sitting here for the past 30 minutes waiting to come live. So if I look a little bit older than in my pictures, you know why.
Not at all. You know what? I'm so thankful to have you here, Chrys. And for some of you that, follow me regularly and watch my shows, you might know that Chrys and I tried to do the show twice, but we couldn't because we had some tech issues. Now, Chrys, I'm going to ask this question. What country are you in at this moment? Because I can't keep track. She's always on the go.
I know. I literally just came back from Europe. So I was in Europe. I'm now back in Mexico City. Nice. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just like Carmen San Diego. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? And Carmen San Diego is in Mexico City right now.
Oh, nice. Mexico City, I hear, is really beautiful. It's the culture and, the history. And you actually have great internet. So we're super happy that the technology is working tonight, because Chrys and I, let's talk about, Chrys, how we met, because I always like to share with my audience. I don't just pick these guests up off the internet or the street. I actually have a relationship with them, which is something that I always hammer down on, that you've got to get to know people in your network. So Chrys and I first met via my girl, Stephanie Lou. You guys know that I'm Stephanie Lou's #1 fan right here. Biggest fangirl right here. So Stephanie Lou introduced us because Chrys was doing a podcast. And so I think we connected on LinkedIn, probably jumped on a Zoom call, and history was made. And now we're on each other's shows. We go back and forth. We help each other with LinkedIn and messenger marketing. And Chrys is just just amazing. I'm so thankful, Chrys, to have you in my network. I really am. I love your energy. I love your knowledge. You're just amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Likewise, I think you were also on my online summit as well. I think you were the first. I think I told you were the first LinkedIn person I interviewed, and I was just blown away by your expertise. Right?
Why, thank you. So much has changed.
Yeah. So much has changed. With every marketing channel, it changes all the time, right? So, remember the work I did with you, it no longer applies. So
I know, right? So many things change. Well, you guys, tonight, Chrys is going to be talking about how to get started with messenger marketing and what messenger marketing is, because I think some people are not quite sure what that is. How to use it to get more leads, and most importantly, how to nurture those leads, because we can all get hundreds of leads, but it's really about what you do with those leads. So I'm super excited to have Chrys dive in. But Chrys, you know what? Before we get started, Wrong person. There we go. There you go. Just playing with technology, folks. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your background and how you landed where you're at now, working with messenger marketing?
Sure. So let me just give you a very quick story. So I'm originally from Singapore, if you couldn't tell by my accent, not from the US, not from the UK, not from Australia. I'm originally from Singapore. I started my career back in advertising. This was like 10 years ago. So I used to work for the largest ad agency back in Singapore. I would work for brands like Unilever, P&G. And so my entire life was just all about marketing and, ads, right? So all those stuff. And then I just kind of felt like, it was nice, but not all that I wanted to do. So, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was that kid who would sell like football cards and screen print t-shirts, back in school and sell them to other kids. So I decided to, leave my very comfortable career and start my own business. Stupidly enough, thought that I was gonna make it big just because I knew some marketing stuff. Failed the first time. So that was a huge lesson. Tried another time, failed the second time. So, if you guys have failed once, don't think that you're a big loser. And now this is my third business, really. I kind of moved from trying to do the whole startup thing and moving into a more, marketing kind of business that actually make real profit instead of going after investors. So that's kind of my big, long journey of the past 10 years, just kind of like, in a few sentences.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. Here we go. Oh, I have that mixed up. Gotta love
swap.
technology. There we go. Yep, I swapped us. Not on purpose.
I look better on the other side. Just saying, my face looks better.
Wait, you want on the other side? Wait. Let's see if we can. I want my guest to be happy, so. There. My guest is now happy. She's on the side that she wants to be on. Yeah, so, let's just talk a little bit about that. I want to say that it wasn't failing. I want to say that it was learning, right? So many people start a business and we say we failed at that. And I started my first, my second, my third. And I was just talking to a woman the other day who said we met for lunch and she's on 3.0. She calls it 3.0. And I'm like, I love that. So, you guys, if you start a business, we want to encourage you that if you fail, take that as a learning opportunity and an experience, and you just move on from that, and you take what didn't work and you learn from that, and you make sure that you don't do that, or you fix, right? You fix what you need to so you can succeed in the next one. And it's okay to pivot when you're starting off, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't look at those failures as failures. It was just me trying out something new and then knowing that it didn't work, right? And so there are things that I learned back then that with each business that didn't work, I realized that, it's because I didn't build a community before. I tried to do it this way. Like I tried to think and market like how Unilever would market. Obviously, I couldn't because they were, multi-million, billion-dollar companies, and I cannot market the way that I would do marketing for them. So things I learned along the way. So yeah, I don't see them as failures. I just kind of see them as just that next step that I had to take to finally get to where I need to go.
Well, and also building community is obviously something that we all have to do with our businesses. And I think that we have to learn who our client is that we want to work with and that we can serve the best. Because we might think that we want to work with a certain generation or economic group, but that's not where our strong point is, right? We can't serve them best. So I think it's just a learning experience. I've pivoted and bounced around a little bit, although I've stayed LinkedIn pretty much from day one because I love LinkedIn.
Yeah, because after those two businesses failed, what I did was freelance social media marketing in general, right? So I would manage people's social media accounts. It was just kind of something that I was already doing back in the ad agency days. So I was like, okay, I need to earn money now to survive, right? So I was like, okay, I'm just going to be a social media marketer. And so that's what I did. But you're so right. It's about, you're just kind of evolving and evaluating what you really like. So then I found obviously Facebook Messenger, and then I found out that, I actually, instead of working with this group of audience, I actually kind of prefer to work with that group of audience. So I'm still evolving, my business is still evolving. We were talking off air that I've new plans as well. So, that's the fun thing about running a business, isn't it, Mary? You're just constantly just new things, right? But at the same time, you want to go for that shiny object syndrome as well. So it's just kind of okay, new ideas, but make sure that I'm not deviating from where I need to go.
Yeah, I think it's exciting to have a business and to be able to make those changes and pivot. And especially for those of us who are in the social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Messenger marketing, LinkedIn, that's a ever changing industry and it's going to change every day, every week. So pick a platform and stick with it, is my advice. That at least stick with one platform. You can add to it, but
Yeah.
So we have some comments over here.
Oh, okay.
On this third time, do you work with someone, team or partner? Oh, so Carmen joined us. I think, Carmen, that you're saying, do you work with someone, a team or partner or other entrepreneurs? Or are you doing this all yourself? Is that the question, Carmen? I think that's the question.
Is that a question? Okay.
Yeah. So are you doing this all by yourself or on this third journey? Do you have a team?
So for the Facebook Messenger part, I'm only doing it by myself. I do have a partner for Facebook ads she's someone I interviewed in the past. It's like I already got a relationship with her, like a good working relationship. I know she knows the stuff. So I'm happy to, basically work with her and collaborate with her for Facebook ads, because as much as I understand how Facebook ads work after obviously interviewing so many people and learning it myself, I am not an expert at Facebook ads. So I work with someone else for that. Right now it's just me predominantly, and of course one assistant, but that's basically it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I want to say Facebook ads are a whole other beast. I don't want to learn them. I want to know enough so if I'm investing in them, I know how I'm investing. Definitely something I don't want to take on. So, Chrys, thank you for all that. Why don't we just dive in? Let's get to topic. Let's get chatting about messenger marketing. And I'd love for you to explain to the audience, just break it down a little bit. Like, what is messenger marketing? Is that AI? Is that a bot? Let's clarify that.
Yeah. So, messenger marketing in general is basically just marketing to your target audience on a messenger platform. And there are so many messenger platforms out there. A lot of people instantly they assume Facebook Messenger, right? Because that's the biggest one. But it's not the only messenger platform out there. There's Skype, what we're using right now. There's WhatsApp is a messenger platform. There's Line, there's Kik, there's WeChat. All these are messenger platforms out there. And so in the essence, really it's just marketing to, talking to your audience inside of a messenger platform. And, I know we talked about if this is AI, which is artificial intelligence, or if it's not. Well, most chatbots, you can either be AI or not AI. And what I mean by that is a lot of people assume that the moment I say the word chatbot, they assume, chatbots, artificial intelligence. But that's not true, because there are chatbots that are. They are, they do have AI.
So that's what I was thinking. I was like, before we started the show, I'm like, is a chatbot AI? Is it our artificial intelligence? Because I'm not doing anything. We're just kind of automating it. But it's actually, generally speaking, it's not AI. But you're saying that there are some bots that really are AI?
There are some bots that are AI, and these chatbots are actually coded. So these chatbots are way, way more, intensive and difficult to build. You need to be a developer to build those, because AI basically means that you can ask questions that are not kind of, the usual way, or, so AI is supposed to be artificial intelligence. It's supposed to understand the question that you ask, right? Even though you didn't ask.
That's really complicated.
Right? So it's some chatbots do have AI, some chatbots don't have AI. And if you have a Facebook Messenger chatbot, you probably don't have AI unless you actually coded it yourself. If you're using a third-party tool like ManyChat or Chatfill or Mobile Monkey, then no, you don't have a chatbot that has AI.
Okay. So typically speaking, messenger marketing, we use that on Facebook or websites, right?
That's right. Because
I don't know, but someone fantastic, someone fantastic built both of mine. I think that maybe, so you can use them on Facebook Messenger, you can use them on websites. Where else would you typically find an entrepreneur, small business owner using a chatbot?
Yeah, so if you run a restaurant or a clinic, so you're a chiropractor or one of those where you have an actual in-person place where your audience and your customers can go, you can easily print out a QR code that basically links to your Messenger chatbot, and you can ask your customers to scan that QR code to get a coupon for the next meal, for example, or whatever, right? So get one free drink, for example, your next meal. So that is a great way to get people into your Messenger ecosystem as well. Other things that you can do to get people into your Facebook Messenger subscriber ecosystem, URLs. So one of the ways is you have your chatbot set up as a URL. When someone clicks on it, they're automatically subscribed once they interact with your chatbot. So that's one of my favorite ways to do that. I like to put those links in my Instagram profile. I like to put it in my Twitter profile. I like to put it in my emails. Just different ways to do that. So there are many ways that you can actually grow your subscriber list, and like you talked about it, the website was one of it. Having it on your Facebook business page is one of it. And then QR codes, that's great as well. So yeah.
So we were talking before the show. So obviously, Chrys, excuse me, she set up, and this is how fast social media changes. I was going to Social Media Marketing World 2019, and I was like, oh my God, I need a scan code because that's what everyone's using. You whip out your phone and you're like, here, connect with me, right, on Messenger. Those are they're gone, right? Like they're cut off.
Oh yeah. So those, oh my God, I created that for you, and literally, was it like a few weeks later, I was like, hey Mary, the scan code is now going to be obsolete soon. Here's the QR code instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what? I actually like that they made the decision, because that scan code, as cool as it sounds, wasn't very intuitive. Like people were like, how the heck do I actually scan this damn thing?
Yeah, it wasn't,
Right.
but it's all good. But that's how fast things change. But from there, Chrys installed we call her Blue because that's my favorite color. If you don't know that about me, any style of blue, you guys, is my favorite color. Aqua actually is my favorite, just in case you need a gift to get me. No, just kidding. So we call my bot Blue, and Chrys named her. And I know that there's some rules that go with Messenger marketing. So when you have a bot interacting, you actually have to, what's the word you have to let them know it's not you, right? Isn't that a rule?
There are in some states, that is actually a rule. So that is actually a real federal rule that you need to let people know that. It's like, don't bullshit people. I mean, it makes common sense, right? Like majority of the people who are not in marketing, they don't realize that a Facebook Messenger chatbot exists. I mean, that's the truth. My mom has no idea what the hell I do, right? Just like,
do our parents understand what we do at all? No. Any of us in the social media arena, do your parents know what you do? If you have parents that understand what you do and you're in social media marketing, I'd love for you to drop a smiley face down there just because I want to know. But if you're like most of us, just put question mark. Parents don't know, right?
They don't know. So here's the thing. When you are asking people to click on this link, and this link is going to open up in Facebook Messenger, and then when it opens up in Facebook Messenger and you don't tell them it's going to open up in Facebook Messenger, everyone's going to be like, wait, oh my God, there's an error here. Like it's supposed to go to a landing page, because that's the instinct, right? Like we're so used to when we click on a link, it opens up in a landing page. So easy solve, right? Just say link opens up in Facebook Messenger. Done.
Right. So I was telling Chrys before we jumped on, I was on a podcast, Copy Chat 2.0. It was amazing. I had a great time being on the podcast. Marissa was the host, but her audience was off the hook, like messaging me. I told them how to InMail me to get a response, and like they listened. Right? They didn't just send me a connection request, because I'm like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't need any more connections. So if you're going to connect with me, you've got to send me an InMail and tell me how we met or tell me something about the podcast. So they did that. But they also went to my Facebook page, and the bot that you had installed blew up. So we have my freebie thing. I was like, hey, if you guys want the audit checklist, go visit Blue and she'll hook you up. And I was just like, oh, look at that. So it was amazing. I saw it in action, and I saw my email list grow and the communication. I actually, between just being on that podcast and having that Blue bot, my Blue bot. But I did have, and I want to share this because you guys know I like to keep this show real and authentic, and I like to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here's an ugly. I had someone say, I don't like using Facebook Messenger. And they left me like this, can you see, like a long message. She's like, I don't like to use Facebook Messenger. If I had known that, I wouldn't have done this. But obviously, I must have really liked your interview because I followed all the way through, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote her back, so here's the great thing about using a bot. It doesn't mean that you can't personally go in and interact, right?
Yep.
So I saw that and I was like, oh, let me respond. I'm like, I totally understand that. I know other people don't like to use it. This is how I've set this up so people can get my free audit checklist. And I said, so what social media platforms are you on? And I don't remember her response. And I think she said, oh, she's on Facebook a little bit. But you're going to have those people who just don't want to use it, and that's okay.
Exactly that, Mary, because here's the thing. Some people might say, there are two things that people will say about Facebook Messenger marketing. First is like, oh my God, I don't like Facebook Messenger, right? Or I don't like Facebook in general. Because, Facebook has done some pretty shitty things over the years, and some people just really take offense to it, so they don't want to be on it. And that's fine. I cannot expect everyone to be on LinkedIn. I cannot expect every person to be using Twitter, and that's okay. You are not my target audience. However, a lot of people are still on Facebook. So even if that one person or that two people are not using Facebook or Facebook Messenger, it doesn't mean that the other people in your target audience, they are not using Facebook and Facebook Messenger. Exactly. And here's another point. A lot of people feel like Facebook, Messenger bots are so spammy. And yes and no, right?
It's how they're set up. And if you're not clear, like, hey, this is a bot, and if you answer this, you're going to get this, or you have options. Like, we have 3 options set up. So it's very clear. Do you want my freebie? Do you want an appointment with me? Or do you want to join my free Facebook group?
Yeah.
I'm really happy with my bot.
I'm glad you are. I am going to record this. I'm going to take this little screen.
I'm super happy with my bot named Blue. She offers 3 freebies and gives my connections a choice of what they want from me.
Excellent. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about the whole connotation about it being spammy or not. I mean, maybe you're like, people are just tired of hearing this, but short story, marketers make everything shittier. So be a good marketer to be a shit marketer.
Right? Like, be transparent and be good in what you're setting up. Don't set up some shitty spam bot.
Long story short,
don't be shitty when you're marketing. Stephanie Liu would be having a blast with us right now. Oh my gosh. The 3 of us have to do a Facebook live show.
Yes. Let's do it. Yeah.
We will. Okay, so I think everyone understands what messenger marketing is. You can use it on your Facebook page, your website. I don't know where else. Those are the 2 that come to my mind. Don't be shitty when you're setting it up. Don't string someone along. Don't make it too long. Like, I think if you have 10 questions, people are like, goodbye, right? Keep it simple.
This is not email. This is not writing a book. You're not writing a sales page, right? So just kind of make it fun. Like, when we send each other messages on Facebook, do I send you like an entire paragraph of my life? No, I don't. I just ask you whatever I need to ask, and then you tell me whatever you need to say, and then I ask you back, and all these are short sentences and emojis, right? So, or audios and photos of ourselves. So that's it, guys. Just stick to those.
Yeah. So I think we've covered what a bot is, what a bot isn't, but now let's really talk about how does it work for you? What are ways that you use it to generate leads? Because it actually does work, guys, to generate the leads. And then the third topic is you're going to talk about how to nurture those leads. So why don't you tell the audience, how do you use a bot to generate leads?
Yeah, so there's basically the free way and the paid way, right? So let's talk about the paid way first. I mean, obviously, you know that you can run Facebook ads to get more subscribers for your messenger. So you can actually send to messenger ads, and that would allow you to, whether is it click the send to message button and get the free PDF inside your Facebook Messenger. That is one of it. Another thing you can do is, click this button, goes to Messenger and receive that coupon for that restaurant. Now let's talk about the free way of growing your list, right? Because I think that's, everyone's like, tell me the free stuff. I want the free stuff. Don't tell me about the paid stuff. So a few things I really love to do. One of my clients just ran a 5-day challenge. She teaches people how to become virtual assistants. So she has a course, and to sell that course, she runs a 5-day challenge. Now, one of the biggest struggle that she had with using email marketing to disseminate the information for the 5-day challenge was actually getting people to consume that 5-day challenge, because people would be excited and open that message, the email on the first day, and then by day 5, I think we saw the numbers. It was like 30% would actually, no, less than, something like those. So really low numbers for her, and she wanted more people to consume her 5-day challenge, because the more people who consume it, they finish it, they will actually buy her course. And so we ran a 5-day challenge inside of Facebook Messenger itself, where we actually send out content from the 5-day challenge inside of Facebook Messenger. And as we know, Facebook Messenger has a higher engagement rate. So more people consumed her content, and we got great results for her in terms of like engagement and eventual course sales. So that is one way. Another way I love to do this is running a quiz inside of your messenger, right? I love quizzes. I love to know what kind of superhero I am, with BuzzFeed quizzes, what kind of pastor I am. And so you can actually do that inside of Facebook Messenger itself. So run, quizzes, you can even run Facebook ads to that quiz as well. So whether that's like, what kind of social media marketer are you, what kind of social media marketing channel you should use. Those are
what kind of expert are you on LinkedIn? Do you use LinkedIn daily, weekly, or never?
Yeah. Or even, Mary, here's the thing, a checklist, right? A checklist is a great way to say, hey, I got this checklist inside of Facebook Messenger, right? And then people are like, oh my God, give it to me. Got it.
I'm going to put that in the comments. I'm putting some of your suggestions. I'm a huge checklist person. How great is it to have a checklist in front of you and you're like, oh yeah, I did that. I did, because I make checklists for my clients. Like, here's your list of what you need to do this week. So I love a LinkedIn checklist.
Exactly. So they can do the checklist and as you go along. So this is number 1, the checklist, blah, 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 blah. Like click the button below once you've done it. So they go click, done. All right, next thing. And of course, at the beginning, I said, if you want a PDF version of this checklist to be sent to your email, tag your email address below so that you receive it in email. This way, I grow both my lists at the same time. So there you go. That's one thing, right? There's a checklist. They are fantastic. You can send recipes. You can send tips on fitness, or if you run a gym, you can send health tips and diet tips and all that stuff. So there are a lot of ways you can actually get people into your subscriber list, or even just providing great, awesome customer support, right? Some companies, they just want to provide faster customer support. So just
love it for customer support.
Yeah, because a lot of people, the truth is, small teams, solopreneurs, even big teams, sometimes they do struggle with just this timely customer support. So 24/7, right? Who sits around 24/7 to only serve that customer? And even if you run a big team in a big company, your customer support staff probably has 4 to 5 people. They're just like answering questions for like 5 people at the same time. So each question would take like 1 minute to answer. So imagine with chatbot, I'm just like, you ask me a question, I reply you just like this, boom, 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 right? It's really fast. And your customers just get that answer, so much faster, right? So customer support is another thing you can offer with a chatbot to get more leads. So yeah, let me think if there's anything else. Contest giveaways, spin the wheel of fortune, whatever, right?
Yeah, I don't like that. So Sharon Page joined us. She said, awesome tip. If you want the PDF checklist, I will send it to you via email, because I put that. I'm trying to write some of your tips in the comments. So let me put me back on the screen here. So I think I want to figure out how to, I just created, I created and I had my VA type up this amazing infographic with 30 days of posts for LinkedIn. Because people are always like, I don't know what to post on LinkedIn. I'm like, here. So I made a list, a 30-day list of content, right, of things to post on LinkedIn. So we could create that and make that, hey, we're going to talk. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time here, but we're going to talk about this, because I'm like,
We can always do a brainstorm on like live, right?
Well, so I just created this amazing LinkedIn 30 days of posts, and I have them 1 through 30, right? And it's like, I've just it's amazing. Like, people are like, I don't know what to post, and I broke it down. And so
you could do 2 things with it. Like you could do the one way is what we did with your free ebook, isn't it? We gave it away. Just enter your email. inside of the chatbot. That's the fastest way. The second way is ask if people want to receive a daily tip from you, right? For 30 days, I'm going to be reminding you, right? You have no reason or excuse to have no idea what you're going to be doing for that day, because I'm going to be sending you a message at 8 a.m. every single day for 30 days, and I'm going to say, do this post.
Daily
right? So
content strategy delivered to your inbox.
Yeah, just for 30 days.
Bam.
Just for 30 days. And because they sign up for it, they willingly say, yeah, I want to receive it. It's not spam, right? Spam is when you're like, buy my shit. Buy my shit.
Buy my shit. Don't be a shitty marketer.
Nobody wants that, right? But if you're like, hey, this upfront, I'm going to send you 30 days at 8 a.m. every single day, 9 a.m., whatever, right? They're like, yes, actually, I do want this thing. Some people do want, like, it's like having a coach telling you, Mary, make sure you do your post today, and this is your, your theme. So there you go.
I love that. So I have an infographic that we created, and all we have to do is put one. I was just reading someone. There's new messages. I got lost. Sorry. Glitter effect. I'm like, what? I have a new message. Sharon said, brilliant daily idea. Sharon, would that be something you'd be interested in? Like inspiration, right? Hey, here's your post idea for day number 2. It could be something so simple, but yet I'm all about delivering value. I don't want to be spammy. I'm not a shitty marketer.
You're not a shitty marketer. And you know what's great? I can think this idea is great for personal trainers, because I had a personal trainer once to try to lose weight. Honestly, by day 4, I just didn't want to do it anymore. So imagine if my personal trainer actually set up a system where I would receive like screaming audios from him, like, get your ass moving. I would actually do it.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, so we'll talk more about that. What are some other ideas for someone just starting off? I love the idea of a checklist, maybe a daily inspiration, depending what business you're in. Like Sharon, what business are you in? We have a couple people watching. Let's see if we can get any of them. Carmen, what business are you in? We'd love to brainstorm ideas for your business.
Yeah, let's do it.
On what you can, how you can use a messenger and increase your not only increase your leads, but grow the email list, because email marketing is not dead, guys.
No, it's not dead.
And at the end of the day, like some people are like, oh, email marketing, it's gone. Everything's in Facebook or LinkedIn. That is not true. Because the one thing you own is your email list. You don't own your contacts on Facebook. You don't own your contacts on LinkedIn. They all go away. Where are you? You're left here holding nothing, right?
Exactly that. And it's so funny you mention that, because right now, even though my agency, we're focused on Facebook Messenger marketing, but we have actually kind of branched off a little to help out some of our clients do a little bit of email marketing, because we are focused on conversational marketing. It's not about
that term. Is that a term? Conversational marketing?
It is a term. It's conversational marketing. It's about engagement, right? It's all about engaging your customers. So I don't, as a marketer, I mean, as much as I love Facebook Messenger marketing or messenger marketing in general, I am not going to say, email marketing is dead. So therefore use
them together.
Use them together. Exactly. So when I send an email out, you are very sure to receive another message from me, because there are multiple touch points, right? There's social media touch points. There's email touch points. There's Facebook Messenger marketing touch points. There are other messenger marketing touch points. You basically want to think of this as, just a tool in your entire toolbox, right? Not your entire marketing strategy. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So we got some responses. So Carmen is an event coordinator for corporate. So as an event coordinator, I got to put my thinking hat on, but Chrys, you're the expert. Okay. It's all you, baby. Go for it. Tell us, Chrys, you're on.
Do you build events? So right now you run conferences, right? I just want to confirm that you run conferences.
So I'm sending a message. She's watching via Facebook. Thank you.
Okay.
Carmen, so she said, or I said, there's a delay in the message. So I'm asking if she runs conferences. She says, that is my business. Yes, she runs conferences.
Okay, so here's what I did for Social Media Day Houston. One of the things about running a conference or an event is just when there are like 100 or 200 people, signing up for an event, there's a lot of confusion that goes around, at a conference or an event, right? The organizer's like, all right, now go to room B, the speaker, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did for Social Media Day Houston was a bot that would basically, it was a pre-conference bot that would also function for the conference itself, where I actually had the speaker's agenda, the speaker's bio, the agenda for the
Ooh.
conference, the directions. Now you can even add the Wi-Fi password and everything, and just inform the participants that, hey, you know, to get the latest updates, right? Because, you know, during the conference, things change, whatever. You know, you can send out broadcast messages and say, hey, you know, there's a change in the event hall. Go to this room instead. So basically, you want to say, like, participants, we have a chatbot for you. You can find out all about the agenda. You know, if it's 10 a.m., you know where to go. The details of the speakers are in the chatbot itself. Everything, right? So it just helps them to just kind of figure out where to go. It makes the whole experience so much better, right? As a conference attendee, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you are trying to find, clients, one of the, I know I'm just kind of moving away from the conference thing right now, just because I was asking, do you run conferences or are you looking for people? Now, one of the chatbot ideas for B2B is just a simple lead generation chatbot. A lot of B2B businesses, we struggle with jumping on calls with people who are probably never going to be our clients, right? They don't have the right budget. They don't have the right service. They basically are not our target audience. Just, you know, people, I don't know why businesses don't do this more often enough. Lead qualification. I'm sorry. Qualify your leads inside of Facebook Messenger. So don't send them your appointment calendar immediately, right? So what I do with my own agency is you have to answer 3 questions before you even get to book a call with me, right?
Yeah, right. We have to quit wasting our time on calls
yeah.
that aren't it's not the right client or the right time. Like, I'm all about pre-qualifying the calls. So, like, I'm actually working on my questionnaire. They're going to have to fill out a couple more questions if you even want to get on my calendar, because we are busy people and we need to use our time wisely. So I love that. I love that idea about pre-qualifying.
Yeah,
Love it.
so those 2 are some ideas for Carmen.
So now Sharon, she's an HR consultant for California small businesses.
Okay, so for an HR, professional, what's your goal? Like, so is it to train your staff better? So is it to train new employees better? Because that could be one of the goals, right? It basically helps your, the whole company function better. So it could be literally just, dripping out training information and using a chatbot. I mean, these days, a lot of people are using Facebook Messenger, so it's going to be so much more interactive, and they'll probably consume that content. If you're telling them to go to a website and read this long ass paragraph of how you should, these are the company codes and conduct, no one's ever
Right.
going to that stuff. But if you actually drip it out, so that could be one, just
I
training.
put drip out training
stuff.
information, and
Yeah.
being in HR, maybe daily tips for your staff, or like inspiration, or motivational type tips.
Yeah.
I could see that being
Yeah.
helpful.
Exactly, or even just application process, right? I mean, if you get people, if they're applying on Facebook, right? So you keep your application process, whatever you have right now. If it's working for you, just keep it. What I suggest is, if you've got a Facebook business page and people are asking you, hey, do you have a job opening available, whatever, you could have that as well, right? A chatbot that basically tells them yes or no, or at the moment, no, but you can apply it here. And the chatbot has, questions they can answer, forms they can fill out inside the chatbot itself, that eventually, can be sent to HR, right? So all these can be actually exported into an Excel sheet. They can be sent directly into an Excel sheet using Zapier third-party integration. So, a couple
Love
of
it, love it, love it. You are just dropping knowledge bombs, girl, left and right. This information. Oh, I moved you again. You know what? I just need to talk.
Do you want to be Chrys? Like, it's okay.
Because, I look up to you too. So you're amazing. Yeah, so you're on the left side. Sorry. I don't know why, but it just keeps moving you around. Mercury retrograde. No, it's me pushing the button, I'm sure. Stephanie will school me when she watches this. Wow, you're really giving a lot of valuable information, and not just how it works, but ideas of what topics to use, or how to make it work for different industries. So we covered events. We covered some HR stuff, and we've talking about my coaching and consulting, tip sheets, and my LinkedIn audit. We used it for the audit checklist. The last part, do you have any advice on how we can continue to nurture those leads? So, what I've seen, and I'm not sure, I was going to reach out to you. So someone writes freebies, then what? right?
What do you mean?
So on my
Oh,
bot,
okay,
like
got it.
the freebies, they'll get the bot, and then what does Mary do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
So So, there are ways to set up the bot, and I don't know how, I don't remember how we set up your bot, but there are ways to set up the bot where if someone doesn't click a button by, whatever, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes into, when they first interact, then we send them another message that says, hey, see, you haven't clicked it. Because like I said, it's a new marketing channel. People are still not used to it. They see the button, but they feel like there's a need to type it. And sometimes it does happen. So like I said earlier, when we're talking about AI, unfortunately the chatbots that we built for Facebook Messenger isn't as
Right.
smart as it should be, but there are some tricks that we can do. But yeah, I mean, it's not like going to be 100% like foolproof, whatever, things that people throw at us, we can absolutely handle it. So, there, it's going to get better, right? As the technology gets better, as Facebook gets
Right.
smarter and all that stuff. Yeah, but
So
yeah.
I know that I'll go in and I'll see someone, going through the process, and if I see they stopped, I'll send them a message.
Okay. I
That
mean, yeah,
that's just kind of what I do. Like that one lady who had something to say, or someone. Sometimes they'll
yeah,
write me a message, so I'll make sure I go in. But I just wanted to know if there's any other, if we're talking about using the bots to get leads, then we
yeah.
have to nurture those leads. So maybe that's that email marketing part too. Like, hey, they sign up for your freebie. You better have your email marketing. You better have a couple drips going out, right?
Oh,
Like,
oh yeah, oh
here's your
yeah.
checklist. Thanks for signing up. Hey, do you have any questions about your checklist? Hey, if you like that checklist, I have this to offer you, right? It needs to be a series.
Exactly. And that is actually what I'm doing with one of my clients right now. So
Sweet.
they've got a an indoctrination process right now where someone has to watch a webinar and all that stuff. So they have people falling off, and they are trying to catch those people inside of Facebook Messenger itself. So they give them the option to actually also receive that content, that course content inside of Facebook Messenger. And so we're able to using third party again to say that, hey, if this person watches 75% of the webinar, they're going to get tagged in Infusionsoft. And using the third party tool Zapier, we're going to tag, once someone is tagged in Infusionsoft, we're going to tag them as well in the chatbot. So there are a few things going on like this, so that, what, if you're using email, whether it's Infusionsoft or ConvertKit or, ActiveCampaign, there's a
Active
way to
campaign.
actually, yeah, there's a way to like tag them as, if they make, they do one action on one side, the other side gets tagged as well. So that's one way.
I love Zapier. I call it Zapier. Other people Zapier. I'm
I
probably
know.
I'm probably saying oops. I'm probably saying the wrong thing. Let me put you
I'm from
back.
I'm from Singapore, right? So we grew up with like British English, but with Singapore accent. And we watch American shows, so we're just all confused.
Yeah, that's okay. We're all confused to some extent, right? Wow, this has been really fascinating. I love talking with you, Chrys, and I love seeing your face because we haven't actually like jumped on a call lately. We're just both so busy growing our
Yeah.
businesses, and I know you've been traveling, going to social media days, as I have too. Um, do you have any other travel? Like, are you coming? When are you coming to San Diego?
You see, like I'm so close to you, but not that close.
I
So
know.
I know. I'm thinking about going to Joshua Tree, so Los Angeles, close to San Diego. But I don't know. I'll let you know once I'm there.
Because when you're here, me, you, and Stephanie, we definitely have to jump on and we have to do a geek out on tech. Just talk about. I just bought another app today, and I'm not supposed to be buying any more apps.
I'm gonna buy a VR headset. That's my next
Okay.
purchase. Oh my gosh, I want to get over my fear of heights, so I'm gonna be doing all that roller coaster stuff that I can do with a VR
I
headset.
can't do the roller coasters anymore. I've got a beautiful microphone sitting right here, but I have these in my head because I haven't taken the time to figure out how it works. So I've got to work on my microphone. But I bought a new app that is I went and I've outgrown Trello. I love Trello, but I've outgrown it, and so this new program that I bought, of course, for $49 through AppSumo. Wait, I'm a junkie. I'm an app junkie and proud of it. But it's super amazing because it's like Trello on steroids, but $49 for life.
You literally blow my mind with all these purchases. I
That's why I'm so broke. All I do is buy equipment, like literally, like wait, Stream Deck, right? I love my Stream Deck. Do I use it all the time yet? No, because I'm so nervous, even though Stephanie set it up. You know, anyways, I love tech. I could sit here and talk all night about apps and programs, what everyone's using, how is it working, what integrates with what. We should do a whole show on that and just like blow it out and talk about, I'm going to say 5 different things, like email, calendar, invoicing, like maybe 3 things, and we can all talk about what we love to use. So Chrys, I'm sorry, I totally got off topic because I just love chatting with you.
I know.
I'm so excited to work a little more on Blue and see how we can improve Blue, which is my bot. What new things that we're going to add. Like I'm thinking the daily drip campaign through the messenger. Like, do you want 30 days of content? I'll send you one tip every day of something that you can, one topic that you can use to create your post. I think that is an amazing idea, and I'm going to do that. So, just to wrap up, Chrys, messenger marketing, give us the overview of it, and then tell everyone, how they can find you, where to find you, what platforms that you're going to engage on, because we're all on a gazillion platforms, but which one are they going to find you the fastest and be able to connect with you?
You are so right. I am literally everywhere. So when you close your eyes, you can see me everywhere. But I'm gonna live with this thing, all right? So messenger marketing, Facebook Messenger marketing is literally the only marketing channel right now that allows you to have one-on-one conversations, engaging conversations with your target audience, right? So one-on-one conversation with them at scale, right? So yeah, you can have one-on-one conversations with your Facebook subscriber, your Instagram, in your DM, whatever, on Twitter, but it's the only thing that allows you to have one-on-one and conversations with them at scale. So it allows you to scale up your business while using this whole relationship marketing to really grow, to build, to grow your audience and just drive them from super ice cold audience who don't know who you are to really, I'm just ready to buy your stuff, right? So just think about that, guys. If you are still, you're not sure, if you should do it now, don't wait, because every day that you wait, your competitor might just find out about Facebook Messenger marketing and then jump on it, right? And as more and more companies jump on it, you don't want to be the last person to, adopt a marketing channel. And this is not one of those things that are going to go away. We're not seeing Messenger chatbots going anywhere, right? It's not one of those trendy stuff like Snapchat.
Oh, I know.
Or TikTok.
Or Parakeet or Meriscope or I don't know.
Right? It's not going anywhere. So don't think it's just one of those trends and whatever. I'm just going to wait for 2 years down the road. When 2 years down the road, you're not going to get as good a result as you can possibly get right now. It's just like LinkedIn Live, right? You were telling me right now, LinkedIn Live, high engagement rate, right?
I know. And so you guys, we are live. I don't know where it's the comments that I'm engaging with are on Facebook, but you guys, we are streaming live on LinkedIn. Let me look at the camera again. Live on LinkedIn. And it is amazing to be able to do this finally. Of course, you have to use a third-party app, which is fine. And we're actually streaming right now on my business page, my private group, my personal page, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Look at that. Look at the girl that is like, wait, if I had a mic, I'd be like, drop the mic. That's right.
Wait, I do have a mic. Let me just drop it for you.
Thank you. I have one, but it's hooked up there. No, so it's amazing the technology that we have and how they're making it easier. So we need to grasp this. So messenger marketing, LinkedIn Live, we need to jump on now and be the pioneers of using this. It's still not too late because not enough people are using messenger marketing. They really aren't. Yeah. So jump on now and learn how to do that and call my girl here, Chrys, to hook you up.
Yeah.
So Chrys,
I didn't even tell you guys where to meet me.
Yes, what platform? I'm going to put it in the comments. Where do you want them to connect with you?
Sure. So you can go to my website. So I have 2 services. One is a done for you service. You can go check it out. Another is a done with you. So I've got a new live workshop that I'm doing online on August 10th, where I actually walk through, I basically walk you through the basics of Facebook Messenger marketing, a little bit of what we talked about today. And I'm going to literally, we'll walk you through hand in hand as much as possible online without touching your physical hand. I'm going to walk you through how to build your first messenger chatbot for your business page. So if you're interested in that, that is actually the link. I'm going to pass it to Mary later on. If not, just go to my website, chrysmedia.com, and you'll see at the top live workshop, and just click on that. And it will show you the details. I'm planning on running that every single month. So if you can't make it this month, yeah. And it's online, so you can attend it anywhere, and it's going to be fun and interactive. You can ask me any questions. It's just like a physical workshop, except it's online, right? So yeah. So those two places, Chrys Media, and then if you want to connect with me on social media, I am at This Is Chrys Tan everywhere. So
I'm typed at This Is
Chrys Tan. Yeah.
Wait, I'm not spelling your name right.
I know everyone gets confused.
Chrys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I put that in the comments. Let me go back. There we go. Okay, so I put social media at This Is Chrys Tan. Make sure that I did that right, because you guys know I'm dyslexic, so fun times. And then I love that you have done with you services and done for you services. That's something that we're launching as well, because not everybody wants to learn how to set up their own bot and manage it. I know that I don't. My time is better spent hiring Chrys to do my bots for me. It's done. It looks great. She understands my style, my tone, because that's always something when you hire someone to do something for you, whether it's your website, your LinkedIn profile, whatever it is about your business, you've got to make sure that they understand your tone and style. And I have to say, Chrys hit it like head on the nail. Is that hit the head on the nail, because it is spot on. It's like I wrote the thing, but I didn't spend the time writing it. You know what I mean? It was awesome. Because Blue sounds like me, looks like me, acts like me. And that's what you want. You want to be authentic in your marketing. So
exactly
don't copy someone else's. Go to Chrys. Let her write that up for you, create it. Or take her, done with you, if that's the way that you want to go, done with you course. I'm all about hiring people to do the shit for me these days. Let me sit here and just learn more about LinkedIn, because I can't keep up with all the changes on LinkedIn. There are so many changes. It's like crazy. So Chrys, we can find you at This Is Chrys Tan. You have done for you services, done with you services. Now, when is that class again? The date and time, please.
It is on August 10th, and I believe it is from 3 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah.
At 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll put that in the notes, at 3 p.m. Eastern. And you guys, go ahead.
No, I mean, just in case you guys didn't catch the whole where it is, whatever. I don't have the URL right now with me, but if you go to my agency homepage, you can find it right at the top there. It says live workshop.
You can go in and put that link in after the show.
Yeah.
Put all the links that you want, because again, I'm here to support other business owners, and the whole point of this show is really to support my colleagues, friends, and new colleagues and friends that I meet, to support their businesses and to bring value to you guys who are starting your businesses, been in business, pivoting into your business, not sure how to market or where to market. That's what this show is about, to share different tools with you, different journeys and resources. And hopefully, a couple of these shows stick and resonate with you. And if they do, you guys, we would love for you to give us a 5-star review, leave some comments. You can always write a recommendation for me on LinkedIn. That would be great. Chrys, I just want to say thank you so much for all the nuggets that you've shared with us. It's always a joy to have you on the show and to work with you. I just love it. Guys, don't forget, Monday Motivation at 7 a.m. because I'm crazy like that. And because I like to go live at 7 a.m. on Monday. Why? So you can start your week off right. I always leave you with something to think about, something to motivate you for the week. My live show on Monday, literally 7 minutes. 7 minutes of live on Monday with your topic to keep you motivated. And I have a special guest on August 7th at 6 p.m. There is a difference of time, 6 p.m., when I'm going to have Addison, I don't know how to say her last name, Zhang?
Zhang.
Thank you. Yeah. I knew you would. I'd be like, I love I. If you guys don't know who I is, she's like pretty much.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh.
She's like an international rock star, like in social media, right? She's this amazing speaker, Classrooms Without Borders. We're going to be talking about how to align your core values and your inner self for success. And I think that this is something that we don't do as entrepreneurs. I think that we don't take a step back and really think about our own core values and our inner self to really have success. So I'm super excited to have I on the show. Like, she just rocked it at VidCon. She's social media market. That woman is all over the place. She just went to LinkedIn. She's is
2 kids.
Adobe, right? What?
She has 2 kids. Can you believe it? She's a
Married,
mom. 2
kids. She is an international sensation, literally international. I'm not kidding. I cannot keep up with her schedule, and she's always smiling, you guys. She is amazing, and we are very fortunate that she had time to say yes to me. I caught her on a good day, and that she's like, yes, Mary, I'd love to be on your show. I'm like, really? Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Should I ask her? She won't come on my show. She said, yes. I'm so excited.
I have interviewed her once, so I know she's a great guest.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And you guys, finally, I want to leave you with this. If you are ready to leverage your LinkedIn profile and stop chasing after leads and have leads chasing after you, I'm going to invite you to my masterclass on August 29th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I'm going to be sharing some of my top strategies and secret ways to increase your visibility, increase your engagement, and have clients chasing you down. Again, that's August 29th at 9:30 a.m. Such a different time for me in the morning versus night. And the lead page, the sign up page for that is being created as we speak. So I will drop that back in the comments. You can also message me for that. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else, Chrys? I'm just so thankful for your time.
I am so thankful, Mary. This is not an interview. This is just 2 friends talking, and I love it.
Exactly. Hey, that's my brand. Fun and informative, casual and conversational. I'm sticking to it. That's who I am. This is authentic marketing. I feel like I'm signing off. This is authentic marketing. No bullshit here. Oh, we just have so much fun. We really do. But you guys, Chrys is amazing. So reach out to her. I know, Chrys, also, you have this class coming up and you've got the Done For You services. But I know we were talking, and I want to let you guys know Chrys is working on some pretty amazing things. And I think that her and I are going to talk offline, and we might be coming back with another Facebook Live show when some things launch, to share with you how we might be partnering up on something that's pretty big, and you guys are going to want to know about it because it's going to be a game changer. So, oh yeah. High five, Chrys. Okay, guys, we're going to say goodnight because I want to keep this to an hour. That's my commitment to you guys at 7:58. We did it. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Ask your questions because we go back and we answer those. See you on Monday morning. Ciao.
Bye-bye.